Good evening and welcome to the Rockbridge Report Newsmaker. I'm Buena Vista Beat reporter Raymond Monastersky, and today I'm joined by Buena Vista Director of Economic Development, Brian Brown. Brian, thanks for having us on today.
Raymond, thank you for having me on as well.
Great. So you came to Buena Vista a few years ago from Roanoke. What brought you back to BV?
Well, I grew up in Buena Vista. It was a great place to grow up, a great place to call home. It was a chance for me to come back and spend some time with family, but also to come back and help a community that I believe has always been a lot of potential.
So having a history in Buena Vista, what have you done or what steps are you taking to bring Buena Vista back to the level it was with business and with jobs like it maybe was back in the 1980s?
I came during the recession period. At the time I got to Buena Vista, we had a 10.6% unemployment rate. Small businesses were failing in our downtown area, and we were looking at some dire issues with finances, of course, with the golf course, and also with some of the issues in terms of Buena Vista's image within the whole region. Some of the things that we've worked on, one of the things that I really focused on was bringing the unemployment rate down. As of December of this year, our unemployment rate was down to 4.8%. And some of the things we've done is work very closely with the industries to help look in terms of ways that we can get more people hired. I sit on the Workforce Investment Board, the Shenandoah Valley Workforce Investment Board, and we worked really hard to bring in what's called the OJT Grant, on-the-job training grant. And we use those funds quite extensively to help get people hired to full-time work in the industries.
So how are you able then to use these grants to hire people from the Rockbridge area?
Well, these grants are designed for the entire Shenandoah Valley, but what I was able to do is work closely with our businesses where we can get, if they hire a person who is either unemployed, underemployed, they're able to get a percentage of the cost it takes to train that person on the job. A lot of times people don't have the skill set at the beginning necessary to do a job, so getting that training monies, $5,000 to $7,000 per employee, is a huge step to being able to bring people full-time onto businesses in our area.
So kind of staying on the note of manufacturing and jobs, really there's a wealth of vacant properties in Buena Vista, like the Bontex plant, for example, right when you go into the city. So how is your office dealing with these vacant properties and storefronts?
In terms of the industrial properties, we really have what is two properties right now that are vacant. One being the Ray Wire building, which is a good building for advanced manufacturing, has high ceiling heights. The Bontex facility is one that would be a lot more challenging. The site is pretty broken up and has a lot of low ceiling heights. So it's very hard to do advanced manufacturing in a spot that doesn't have open areas, large areas without columns. Those are some of the challenges that a building like that has. Our biggest building when I got here that was vacant was the old Dana facility that now HTT Global is using as their Rockbridge area manufacturing facility. We do have some land that is down by Munters. It's called the Buena Vista Industrial Park. That is 33 developable acres. Some challenges that we have there that we need to look at for the future is how do we get our infrastructure on the site, into conduit, making it ready for somebody to be there.
And then looking at the downtown area, what steps are you taking to maybe market the downtown a little bit more and bring more jobs and fill more storefronts in the area?
Downtown has been a challenge not just in Buena Vista, but throughout Virginia and even throughout the nation that we're seeing. Some of the things we've tried to do, we went after a couple of grants to become an enterprise zone, which were unsuccessful. But some of the things we have there to offer, we have the historic tax credits to be able to help people fix up their facilities. We have a small business loan, microloan programs, $15,000 loan we can give to help somebody get started. That's the USDA, U.S. Department of Agriculture Rural Development Program. And we also are working closely with our council trying to create a facade grant program as well.
So as we all know, the city's facing a bit of a setback right now with the default on the golf course loan. How is that affecting your office in particular in terms of what projects you might or might not be able to work on?
So far, it hasn't had an impact. The projects that I have been working on right now, they are aware of the situation and have not impacted our ability to help attract them.
So I guess then where do your goals and aspirations for Buena Vista and what you want it to look like as a Director of Economic Development, where do your goals kind of intersect with reality of what's been going on in BV?
My biggest challenge and where I want to see the city go is really regarding workforce. This is something that is very true and dear to my heart growing up here. One of the issues we have with the workforce is the fact that a lot of our students are scoring pretty low on test scores in our school system. How can we work to be able to get the parents as well as the kids to understand the importance of those needs and be able to help get more kids through career readiness certificates, having them job ready? One of the biggest challenges I hear from my industries is getting people with the soft skills necessary to do the work in the facilities. And there's good jobs in manufacturing now. There for a long time, people were taught stay away from manufacturing. Manufacturing are some of the greatest jobs of the future. A lot of technical positions that go along with this. There's good paying jobs in manufacturing, and we got to teach the kids what these jobs are and what's required to do these jobs.
So also on top of that, having two, post-secondary education institutions with SVU and as well as Dabney Lancaster, what roles do those schools play in developing more jobs in the Buena Vista area?
They're very key. They're for the future in terms of where we go, not just the two universities in the community college we have, but also WNL and VMI as well. The more people we have here that are degreed to be able to help start small business, entrepreneurial development, being able to have those opportunities to look in terms of such like RANA, Rockbridge Area Network Authority, taking the fiber optic networks and be able to start small businesses. You can open a business from anywhere today. So these students who come here fall in love with the place. Let's keep them here. Let's get them opportunities to open businesses, and let's teach them how to run a business.
So as we reach the end of this budget year, what are some of maybe the main accomplishments you've seen in Buena Vista over the past year?
There's been some great things we've seen happen with the growth in terms of some of the activities in the park. A lot of activities in terms of our marketing of the city, in terms of a new video that is coming out. The video is actually finished and should be going on our website in the next couple of weeks. We've also seen some great growth in manufacturing growth. We've dropped our unemployment rate almost 2% this past year. The Public Works Department has taken on a lot more responsibility in getting a lot of small activities done. We hadn't paved a road in a long time, and what we're seeing is a lot of these small things that we haven't done for a long period of time starting to get done. And those are some of the great accomplishments that has happened over the last year.
And then after all these accomplishments over the past year, what challenges still remain that you're looking forward to accomplishing maybe in the next year or beyond?
We still have a lot of, as I refer to as opportunities more than challenges. Paving roads is going to be a key thing for us for the future. Making sure that we are able to actively promote the city in terms of activities as an outdoor recreational opportunity. We still have to look for our future for a wastewater treatment plant. I think we're looking in terms of what we're going to do for capital improvements to Glenmurray Park. There's a lot of pieces out there, and of course improving our downtown with the sidewalks and other things that we need to do for the future.
And so say you go to another conference in another city with other directors of economic development, how do you summarize Buena Vista to them in maybe a couple sentences?
I would basically say that Buena Vista is a small community of opportunity, and that we are a people of pride and a workforce that is second to none, that people will work one place for 40 years. We are that community.
Great. Well, it was great having you on today, and that's all for this Rockbridge Report Newsmaker. I'm Raymond Monastersky. Good night.